Welcome to my channel. I want us to discuss a very important issue as Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, go about in search of endorsement by former leaders. You know that recently Asiwaju Bola Tinubu led a delegation to go and meet former President Olusegun Obasanjo in Otta, Ogun State, to seek his blessing and to endorse his presidential ambition. That's what I want us to discuss in this video. And I want to show you that there is no way President Olusegun Obasanjo would ever support Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to become the next president of Nigeria. If Asiwaju Bola Tinubu by any means, hook or crook, becomes president, it cannot be with the endorsement of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo knows him too well, and I will prove it to you in this video that Obasanjo will not want somebody like him to be the president of Nigeria. And you know that when Obasanjo met with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, or Asiwaju Bola Tinubu met Obasanjo at his home in Otta, you know, it was seen as Obasanjo displaying as a statesman who is open to everybody who want to seek his audience. But you know that shortly after that visit, one of the people that accompanied Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to that visit to Obasanjo issued a statement where the person tried to indicate that Obasanjo has endorsed Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. You know, Obasanjo is a man that doesn't suffer fools gladly. Obasanjo quickly issued a statement denying ever endorsing Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and did say that he welcomed Asiwaju Bola Tinubu with a brotherly love. It wasn't an endorsement, and he didn't endorse him. And you know, shortly after that statement, a few days later, Obasanjo was in the company of former governor of Cross River State, Donald Duke, governor of Oyo State was there, governor of Abia State, Okesi Ikpeazu, governor of River State, Nyesom Wike, the All Progressive Congress, the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, governor of Benue State, Autumn, was there in London. And in that very London meeting, it was understood that Obasanjo attended that particular meeting just to press for Peter Obi to be supported by those present at that meeting, especially the support of the governor of River State, Nyesom Wike. That is vintage Obasanjo for you. There is no way Obasanjo will support Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, because Obasanjo is a statesman, and Obasanjo also has the record of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. So there is no way at all that Obasanjo will support Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to be president of Nigeria. But if Nigerians, despite everything they know about Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, his track record of impunity, this is a man who, in the course of 8 years as governor, he sacked 3 deputy governors. He impeached them. His record on transparency and accountability is so opaque that no person who has sense of decency will support him to become the president of Nigeria. In a country where corruption is a major challenge, in a country where corruption has kept this country from fulfilling its potential as a great nation. So there's no way Obasanjo will support Asiwaju Bola Tinubu based on Asiwaju Bola Tinubu's record, which Obasanjo himself has very well. And I will show you the records that Obasanjo kept about Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Just a brief analysis of it, what Obasanjo himself said about Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, and the reason why he will never, it will be the last thing Obasanjo will do, to want Asiwaju Bola Tinubu to be the president of Nigeria. Obasanjo will never do it. He may smile with them on camera and all that. He will never do it. Based on his public statement, based on his record. And you can be sure that Obasanjo is the reason why some people in the Southwest are strongly behind Obi. Let me give you a few typical examples. If you look at the campaign of Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party, who is the Director General of Peter Obi's campaign organization, it is none other than Dr. Doyin Okupe. Do you know who Dr. Doyin Okupe is to Obasanjo? Dr. Doyin Okupe is one of the kitchen cabinets of Obasanjo. He's a member of the kitchen cabinet of Obasanjo when Obasanjo was president. He was one of the spokespersons of Obasanjo. I can tell you for free that he didn't emerge from nowhere to be pushing for Peter Obi's presidency without first having intimated Obasanjo about it. So it is obvious that Obasanjo from the beginning has something that he had found in Peter Obi, which he believed that it is important to support him in sort of building a new Nigeria that is built on fairness, justice, and equity. A new Nigeria that is going to be built in carrying everybody along. Now, beside Doyin Okupe, you know the Southwest leader of APC is Akin Oshuntoku. You know him. He was the former political advisor to Obasanjo. Akin Oshuntoku. You must have heard about him. He's a columnist with This Day newspaper. He's a public intellectual par excellence, a political scientist and analyst. He is well grounded. He was a political advisor to Obasanjo, and he has held several positions, including being a DG of News Agency of Nigeria, among others. He is the APC leader in Southwest, Akin Oshuntoku. He is very close to Obasanjo. And Osuntoku has said it as far back as 2021 that he had told Asiwaju Bola Tinubu that there is no way he will support him because it will be unfair to deny people of Southeast opportunity to produce president in 2023 when Southwest has already had Obasanjo as president for 8 years and had Vice President Yemi Osibanjo for 8 years. That it will not be fair if we want to build a united Nigeria. So he told him like that, and it was obvious that while Osuntoku was speaking to Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, he was also speaking the mind of Obasanjo. Obasanjo will never support that kind of injustice that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is bulldozing his way because he believed that he will get the support of Northerners, especially those who believe that they are the ones that determines who gets worse in Nigeria. As long as they are backing him, they don't give a damn whether it is based on fairness, justice, and equity that he got the position. So it was obvious that there is no way Obasanjo will support Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Now, before I go into the details of what Obasanjo actually holds against Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, based on his record of performance, it's not personal. What Obasanjo holds against Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, which I will reveal to you. But before I do that, if you are new to my channel and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button. Hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, what is it that Obasanjo has against Asiwaju Bola Tinubu? On a personal note, Obasanjo has nothing against him on a personal note, but it is by his characters and his actions as governor. That is what Obasanjo has against him. Especially, Obasanjo was angry with Tinubu, how he tainted and soiled one of his stars in the anti-corruption crusade. A lot of people don't know it, but let me remind people who don't know. The Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, was the brainchild of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. The Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, was the brainchild of Olusegun Obasanjo. The first person Obasanjo appointed in that position, the pioneer chairman of EFCC, was Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu Ribadu achieved cult followership. He was feared. He was like a monster that the corrupt politicians were scared of him. But Obasanjo was sad that this star that the whole world was celebrating, that Nigerian politicians were scared of him and respect him because of the work he did under Obasanjo in fighting corruption. Obasanjo is sad to this day what Tinubu did to this young man. Obasanjo said that Tinubu soiled Nuhu Ribadu and literally destroys his character by association. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to read an excerpt from Obasanjo's memoir, My Watch, the third volume. It's a 12-volume book, Obasanjo, where he wrote about several things that happened in his administration. First of all, I will read to you what he said about Tinubu's relationship with Ribadu, which finished Ribadu. Until this day, Ribadu has not been able to recover from the damage it has done to him. His relationship with Tinubu. Till this day, you still see anywhere you see Tinubu in public occasion, Ribadu, the EFCC czar that was feared and respected, is hobnobbing with Tinubu. But let me read for you what Obasanjo wrote about him, about about Ribadu and Aswadi Bola Tinubu. Obasanjo wrote, this is what Obasanjo wrote in his book. He said, one can then imagine my feeling when the same Nuhu Ribadu became the one seeking Bola Tinubu's endorsement for the presidential candidacy. Was it poor judgment, desperate desperate ambition, or what? Bola was not a fool. He got what he wanted, to be whitewashed. Nuhu got out of it bruised as his credibility as a corruption crusader got somewhat tainted. What a lesson did I learn about human beings in such a situation. When Nuhu attended the wedding of my son Bisoye in November 30th, 2013, which was the first time he summed up courage after his cohabitation with Bola Tinubu, he admitted it was a mistake and added that one learns from one's mistake. Unfortunately, Nuhu will do it again by hopping from APC to PDP, People's Democratic Party, to contest the governorship in Adamawa State. If the first time was a mistake, how many mistakes will make them a habit or character trait? Nuhu basked at one time in the success of his work that his name struck fear in corrupt people. He enjoyed prestige abroad and respect mixed with fear at home. He moved on the governors and anybody on whom he received petition. He trusted his staff, but I warned him against trusting too deeply because I got information that one of his staff, whom he relied so much, had been compromised in Lagos. I advised him to check and cross-check and cross-check. Obviously, petitions never stopped coming to EFCC, particularly on the governors. Nuhu tried to investigate almost all of them to the best of my understanding. At a time, he publicly announced that 28 out of 36 governors were either manifestly corrupt or had been tainted in one way or the other. He gave me a copy of his report on those governors. Bola Tinubu was definitely one of the worst cases. Let me say it again. Bola Tinubu was definitely one of the worst cases. Let me say it again. Bola Tinubu was definitely one of the worst cases. Here, Obasanjo was talking about the reports of governors in his own possession that Nuhu Ribadu has submitted to him as president of the country. So it was obvious that Obasanjo has a full dossier of corruption, petitions, and allegations about Tinubu. And Obasanjo, being a man that he is, knew that he cannot dismiss such weighty allegation. And that was why he tabled Tinubu's own. He put it in a section, so to say, where they put the worst cases. Those are the worst cases of corruption. That was one of the things that would never make Obasanjo to support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And Tinubu ought to have known it anyways. But he tried to push his luck, just as he's also trying to push his luck with Goodluck Jonathan. But it will surprise you that if you go to Google and search, you will discover where Nuhu Ribadu is denying that he never included Tinubu in any corruption list. But Obasanjo, in his book, My Watch, say Nuhu Ribadu submitted a report of corrupt governors, and Tinubu's name was prominently written in that list, and his name was in the group Obasanjo classified as the worst case scenario. So there's no way Obasanjo will support Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because no matter what you can say about Obasanjo, you cannot take away the fact that Obasanjo loved this country deeply. He is one person that you know that he is a pan-Nigerian president, not like Muhammad Buhari. Obasanjo is a pan-Nigerian, and during his presidency, it was a pan-Nigerian presidency. That was when stars were discovered in Nigerian politics. People who were hitherto nobodies became prominent. He headhunted them. People like Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, people like Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, people like Professor Soludo, people like even Nuhu Ribadu that I talked about a while ago, people like El-Rufai. Just name them. From all over the country. You can't pick anybody in this Buhari administration who can say this is a star that was made by Buhari administration, because the government is so nepotistic. It's not a nationalistic government, and Buhari himself is not pretending to be a nationalist in any shape or form. So someone like Obasanjo, it should not surprise any Nigerian that Obasanjo will support Peter Obi. Not just because Peter Obi has the capacity, but because Peter Obi is also from a part of the country that Obasanjo believes should be given accommodation if we truly want to build one Nigeria for all Nigerians. Thank you for watching this video, and please, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, I want you to subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you.